exits turn 2. Here comes Batter to the inside, down the back straightaway, trying to pick off Jason O'Brien for the number 2 spot. O'Brien says no to it. Here comes Schaller. The Barracuda throws the big slider on the 173. Lap 1 goes to Josh Krug, but here comes O'Brien. O'Brien to the low side as the enter 1. Slide job. Oh, just about takes the nose off of Krug. Great save by O'Brien. The Blue Bandit keeps the lead down the back straightaway. All right, gloves are already coming off here, and it's the first race of the night as now Ben Schaller works to the inside. The Barracuda picks off Jason O'Brien for the number 2 spot. Great run early on for the Steve's Yard Care Fleet Mark Solutions number 98. And right now he's chasing the Speedway Motors number 4K of Josh Krug. Jason O'Brien back in that 3rd spot. Shad Batter running forward. Now Krug slips up. Here comes Schaller to the inside. You've got a new leader. Ben Schaller leads it here at Lakeside. Justin Kai now trying to work the outside of Shad Batter. That's for the 4th position as they go through 1 and 2 this time. Kai on the top. Batter slid up the track a little bit more. Kai's going to have car length advantage going into 3. Ben Schaller halfway home this time. 4 laps in, 4 to go. Ben Schaller remains your leader. Josh Krug runs 2nd. Jason O'Brien 3rd. Justin Kai is 4th. And Gabe Umbarger just takes over the number 5 position from Shad Batter. 7th is Bob Mylander. Ben Schaller looking for his 2nd win on the Malvern Bank Series Tour, his 3rd win on the season for the Gales Gold Rush Tour. And he's looking good right now. The MB Custom Chassis, his father, Will Schaller, the engine builder on that number 98, and he is looking good here. This time around, 2 flags will be up, 2 to go from starter Larry White. Ben Schaller, only 2 more circuits around from a heat race win. Josh Krug running in that number 2 position. Jason O'Brien, after nearly taking Krug's nose off, still running into that 3rd position. Justin Kai runs 4th. Off at turn number 4, Larry White's white flag comes out. 0.4 of a mile to go for Ben Schaller. Great racing here in heat race number 1. Schaller looking strong, and now Jason O'Brien looking for one last shot at Krug. He slides up the track. He'll maintain 3rd, but coming off at turn number 4, race fans, Ben Schaller will take Speedway Motors heat race number 1. Josh Krug will come in the 2nd spot. Jason O'Brien will come home 3rd. 4th will be Justin Kai. Gabe Umbarger will finish. Bob Mylander will round out your field. So give it up for him, race. Your winner out of Omaha, Nebraska in the Steve's Yard Care, Schaller Racing Engines, Fleet Mark Solutions, Sutter Family Racing, Dave's Home Repair, Heinz Chiropractic Acupuncture, number 98. Let him hear ya, Ben Schaller. Dynamic Drivelines heat race number 2 ready to come out onto the Speedway. Here is your starting lineup on the pole. Here we go. Troy Daly and Jason Wallace will get us started off of 4. Green flag is in the air. We're underway. Dynamic Drivelines heat race number 2 is a go, and it will be Troy Daly to take the early race lead. Jason Wallace slips back to the 4th spot, and now Corey Zeitner with a big move on the inside line to get around Brian Kaziski, trying to pick off Wallace as well as they go into 3. Off of turn number 4, T-Roy leads the opening lap. Charlie McKenna running in that 2nd spot. Tad Pospischel already up to the 3rd spot, so a good run early on in the 1st circuit for the 04. Corey Zeitner now off of turn number 2. He will pick off Jason Wallace. Zeitner goes to the 4th spot. Down the backstretch, they go into 3. Brian Kaziski now trying to get to the inside of Wallace. That's for position number 6 as Daly continues to lead. Charlie McKenna, however, continuing to reel in the 44. Charlie McKenna in his 2nd race of the 2018 season for the Malvern Bank Super Late Model Series. Less than a handful of events that Charlie McKenna has ever ran with this series. And now he's going after Daly for the lead down the front straightaway. Into 1. Daly has it going into 1, and now McKenna about a groove lower, trying to pick him off. Not going to happen. T-Roy keeps the lead. Meanwhile, Tad Pospischel starting to reel in the 22 of McKenna. That's for the runner-up position. Pospischel goes to the cushion through 3 and 4. Can't make the pass. McKenna hangs on to the 2nd spot. Halfway home this time. 4 laps in, 4 laps remaining here in Dynamic Drivelines heat race number 2. Troy Daly continues to show the way. Tad Pospischel gets loose, and Corey Zeitner makes him pay for it. Corey Zeitner takes over the 3rd spot. Charlie McKenna hanging on to that 2nd spot. Now Zeitner gets sideways through 3 and 4. Pospischel says, hey, you know what you did there? I remembered it. How you like it? Tad Pospischel retaking the 3rd spot off at turn number 4, and Corey Zeitner back to 4th. Brian Kaziski runs at the 5th spot, and Jason Wallace rounds out your field. Now Zeitner back to the inside. Here we go. Time for some electric slide jobs as Pospischel gets sideways off at turn number 4. He will keep the 3rd spot off the exit. 2 more times around the 4/10 mile oval Lakeside Speedway. as Troy Daly, he has led since the drop of the green flag, and now Brian Kosiski picks off Corey Zeiner for the 4th spot. Brian Kosiski, I know, definitely trying to turn his luck around. That team has been struggling pretty much all season long. Had a tough Memorial Day weekend, had a tough weekend last week at I-80 and then at Shelby County. Now battle for second. Charlie McKenna and Tad Pospisil going at it off at turn number 2. But into 3 for the final time. He started on the pole, and he will lead every lap. Dynamic Drive Lines, heat race number 2 goes to T-Roy, Troy Daly. Charlie McKenna hangs on for second. Tad Pospisil is third. Brian Kosiski fourth. Corey Zeitner fifth. And Jason Wallace will round out the field. Field picks up the pace halfway through 3 and 4. We're underway in heat race number 3 presented by Kaiser Manufacturing. Side by side into 1 off the top shelf. The Love Machine of Vic Lovejoy goes to the lead. Dan Battaglia gets shuffled back to the number 2nd spot. Nearly 3 wide there off of 2. And Al Humphrey had to back out of the throttle to avoid hitting Brad Perdue. Off of turn number 4. Vic Lovejoy will lead lap 1. Kyle Burke down the front straightaway. He will pick off Battaglia. That's for the 2nd spot as the field storms into turn number 1. Brad Perdue will follow. Al Humphrey now with a big move on the inside. El Hombre goes to 4th, and he'll pick off Brad Perdue off the exit of 2. Humphrey goes to 3rd as now Kyle Burke sets his sights on the 2V of Vic Lovejoy. Excellent run here early on. The JP Electric Monogram Prepared Meats number 2V of Lovejoy trying to hold off the 5-time series champion and the all-time winningest driver on the Malvern Bank Series. Kyle Burke, 79 Malvern Bank Series wins in his career, but so far he has not won a Malvern Bank show here at Lakeside. Could he get win number 80 tonight as Burke goes for the lead off of turn number 1, and he'll have it off of 2. New leader Kyle Burke here at Lakeside Speedway. Horse Burke, he's raced out here with the Lucas Oil MLRA in years gone by. Of course, he's been here at every single Malvern Bank show we've had so far. And Burke looking to make it his 3rd win in a row, his 4th on the season. And now Al Humphrey starting to close in on Vic Lovejoy for the number 2 spot. Good run there by the 64-year-old out of Giltner. Al Humphrey working the inside line through 3 and 4. Lovejoy's going to have him at the line by just under a car length. Kyle Burke continues to lead it. Now Humphrey picks off Lovejoy, entering turn number 2. El Hombre goes to 2nd. He'll take Andrew Kosiski with him on the bottom. AK goes to 3rd as they enter turn number 3. Good run for the 53 machine, starting dead last and now up to 3rd. 2 flags are up, 2 to go for Kyle Burke. Al Humphrey running in that 2nd spot. Andrew Kosiski runs 3rd. Now Kosiski nearly jumps the cushion in 1. That allows Lovejoy to catch up to him. Meanwhile, Brad Perdue back in position number 5. Dan Battaglia rounds out the field. Kyle Burke will see the white flag. 4/10 of a mile to go for the Aurora Cooperative number 14. Kyle Burke, he won the season opener out at Park Jefferson, won the I-80 Dirt Classic last Friday night, picked up the A-feature win down at Shelby County Speedway the following night, and he will take Kaiser Manufacturing heat race number 3. Kyle Burke wins it. 2nd place off of turn number 4 goes to Al Humphrey. Andrew Kosiski will cross in 3rd. 4th is Vic Lovejoy. Brad Perdue is 5th, and Dan Battaglia will round out the field. So give it up for him, race fans. Your winner of Kaiser Manufacturing heat race number 3 from Marquette, Nebraska. The Aurora Cooperative, Strobel Manufacturing, Herx Welding and Irrigation, Missile Chassis, Preferred Popcorn number 14. Let him hear ya, Kyle Burke. 4th and bring them up to speed off at turn number 4. Green flags in the air. We're underway in Kosiski Auto Parts heat race number 4. The storm into 1. We'll see Wallace with a half car length advantage, but the power on the top shelf puts Jeremy Grady with the whole shot off the exit of 2. Jeremy Grady goes to the lead as they enter turn number 3. Now Todd Shute trying to thread the needle between Glenn Denning and Wallace. That's for the 3rd spot. Off of 4, lap 1 goes to the 43 of Grady. Mike Wallace back in that number 2 position. Here goes Paul Glendenning. Big move up the hill. Todd Shute going to try to cross him over. Great battle for the 3rd spot shaping up now. Todd Shute and Paul Glendenning, and now Shute 2 for 1. The Walmart special off of 4. Shute goes to the number 2 position as he picks off Mike Wallace. Todd Shute in his Malvern Bank Series debut in that Jim Hammer powered Longhorn chassis, number 5. Looking good here early on. And now Bill Layton Jr. sets his sights on Glenn Denning. That's for the 3rd spot as they go through 3 and 4. Layton pushes up the hill in 4. Glenn Denning's going to have the 3rd spot at the flag stand. Into 1, Jeremy Grady still with the lead. Layton trying to work again. Again, the car pushes. Not enough room and not enough momentum to get around the 33 of Glenn Denning. Matt Buller at the back of the pack trying to pick off Mike Wallace. That's for position number 5 on the Speedway. He will do just that off the exit of 4. 4 laps down, 4 to go. Jeremy Grady, your leader. He has led since the drop of the green flag. Todd Shute runs in that second spot. Paul Glendenning is 3rd. Bill Eaton Jr. 4th. Matt Buller 5th. Mike Wallace runs 6th. 3 to go this time at the line. The True Value of Story City powered Black Diamond chassis, number 43, continuing to show the way. Here goes Layton. He's going to try the top shelf for answers this time. The bottom wasn't quite working. The top shelf didn't work that time off of 2. Glendenning hanging on to that 3rd spot. 2 flags are up. 2 laps to go here at Lakeside Speedway for Jeremy Grady. Bill Layton Jr. trying to get those oh-so-valuable passing points to get into the main event from the heat race. Oh, Matt Buller sideways just misses the implement tire. He'll do a little bit of off-road action off of 2. He'll keep it going. We stay green as the white flag comes out. 4/10 of a mile to go for the 43 of Jeremy Grady. Layton with at least one more shot at Glendenning, but Glendenning hits his marks off at turn number 2. Meanwhile, off at turn number 4, here comes your winner. Jeremy Grady will take Kasiski Auto Parts Heat Race number 4. Todd Shute comes home 2nd. Paul Glendenning is 3rd. Bill Eaton Jr. runs 4th. Matt Buller will come home 5th. And 6th will go to Mike Wallace. So give it up for him, race fans. Your winner of your 4th and final Malvern Bank Super Late Model Heat Race from Story City, Iowa. The True Value of Story City, Neighbors Heating and Cooling, DDM Electric, Grady Transport, Carl Performance Powered Masters Built, number 43. Let him hear ya, Jeremy Grady. Well, race fans, that will take care of heat racing action for the Malvern Bank Super Late Model Series. Next up, I believe, will be the Missouri Mod Lights. First of 3 heat races for the Mod Lights. So we're going to turn it back over. Sam is on the mic, as is. And round the outside, new race leader, Corey Zeitner. Great there, the ZRZ Racing at Zeitner & Sons Transport, number 26, now out in front here at the Lakeside Speedway. Brian Kasiski back to the number 2 position. Brad Perdue and Vic Lovejoy going to duke it out for position number 4 as they enter turn 3. Perdue on the bottom, Lovejoy up top, and back there in 6th is Shad Batter. Batter's got the cushion working for him. Let's see what the 173 can do down the front stretch as they enter turn number 1. 3-car battle now for position number 4. Brad Perdue, Vic Lovejoy, and Shad Batter. That 173 machine out of Oak Grove, Missouri, trying to make it into his first main event. Halfway home in this one, Corey Zeitner remains your leader. Brian Kasiski runs in that 2nd spot. Matt Buller is 3rd. Keep your eyes on that battle for 4th. Vic Lovejoy has it for now. Brad Perdue back in 5th. Shad Batter 6th. 7th is Jason Wallace. 8th is Gabe Umbarger. 9th is Mike Wallace. 10th is Bob Mylander. And 11th is Dan Battaglia. Off of 4 this time. Perdue and Lovejoy still side by side. Advantage still belongs to the 2V as Shad Batter right on the backside of Lovejoy. And now Batter going to try to thread the needle off of turn number 2. 3 wide for position number 4 as they exit 2. Lovejoy hangs on to it as they enter 3. Perdue on the bottom. Lovejoy and Batter up top. Batter scrapes the wall off of turn number 4, and he's going to lose valuable ground on Lovejoy and Perdue. Great save, but he lost valuable ground. Batter back on the attack. Car pushes again up in turn number 2. That allows Jason Wallace to close in. This time around, 2 flags will be up. Correction, I believe 3 to go for Corey Zeitner and Brian Kasiski as they go at it for the race lead. Off of 2, Zeitner keeps it. Dan Battaglia about to become lap traffic as the leaders enter turn number 3. Zeitner to the bottom. Here comes Kasiski. Zeitner gets caught up. Here goes Kasiski off at turn number 4. Kasiski retakes the lead at the white flag. Trouble for Vic Lovejoy. Lovejoy slow down the back straightaway. Your 4th place runner makes the right-hand turn into the pits. Top right there for Vic Lovejoy. Meanwhile, into turn number 3 for the final time. Checker flag is going to fly, and it will be Brian Kasiski to win your Predator Custom Trailer Speed Feature. Corey Zeitner is 2nd. Matt Buller is 3rd. Off of turn number 4 for the 4th spot, it's going to be Shad Batter. Brad Perdue is 5th. 6th will go to Jason Wallace. 7th is Gabe Umbarger. 9th will be Bob Mylander, Mike Wallace, Dan Battaglia, and Vic Lovejoy. What an eventful B main that was, but your winner, race fans, give it up for him. In the MalvernBank.com, L-Bell Custom Homes, Imperial Tile Company, Missile Chassis, Schaller Racing Engine, Smith Auto Dealers, number 52, let him hear ya, Brian Kasiski. So that will set the the field for tonight's 25 lap, 2,000 to win. It'll be the 43 machine. That is Jeremy Grady. On his outside, in the 44, it will be Troy Daly. Row number 2 on the inside, your current points leader, the 98 machine, Ben Schaller. And on his outside, the 5-time series champion, the 14, Kyle Burke. Row number 3 on the inside, the Malvern Bank Series first ever champion, the 6 of Al Humphrey. On his outside, in the 22 machine, it'll be Charlie McKenna. Row number 4 on the inside, it'll be the 5 of Todd Shute. On his outside, it'll be the 53 of Andrew Kaziski. Row number 5 on the inside, it'll be the 4K machine of Josh Krug. And on his outside, your defending series champion, the 04 Tad Pospischal. Row number 6 on the inside, it'll be the 33 of Paul Glendenning. On his outside, another fellow Iowan driver, the 15 of Jason O'Brien. Row number 7 on the inside, it'll be the 15K machine. That is Justin Kai. On his outside in the 24, it's Bill Layton Jr. Row number 8, inside, it'll be the 52 of Brian Kaziski. On his outside in the 26 junior, it'll be Corey Zeitner. Row number 9 on the inside, in the 1 machine, it'll be Matt Buller. And on his outside in his Malvern Bank debut, the 173 of Shad Batter. Row number 10 on the inside, it'll be the 25 of Brad Perdue. And on his outside, it'll be the 13 of Jason Wallace. Row number 11, back on the inside in the 91, that's Gabe Umbarger. On his outside, the 77B of Bob Mylander. Row number 12 on the inside, it'll be the 2A of Mike Wallace. On his outside will be the 45 of Dan Battaglia. And unfortunately, I believe Vic Lovejoy, supposed to start tail end Charlie, unfortunately lost, I believe, the motor during that B feature. So unfortunately, Lovejoy not going to make it out for this one. 24 cars, 25 big laps around the Lakeside Speedway. $2,000 to win tonight here in Kansas City. And Troy Daly on the front row. Ben Schaller and Kyle Burke into row number 2. 4th ever visit to the Lakeside Speedway for the Malvern Bank Super Late Model Series. Off of 4, green flag is up. Our main event is underway at Lakeside Speedway. 3 wide there for the lead as the field storms through 1 and 2. Kyle Burke will take the race lead from the 4th place starting position. Kyle Burke out to the lead early on. Meanwhile, Jeremy Grady on the inside of Troy Daly. That's for the 2nd spot. The Marquette Missile leads the opening lap here at Lakeside. Troy Daly was 2nd at the line as they crossed, as Jeremy Grady back in that 3rd position. Ben Schaller runs 4th. Al Humphrey runs 5th. Charlie McKenna runs 6th. Jeremy Grady with a good run to the inside off of 2. He picks off Troy Daly for that number 2 position. Grady going to slide up the track in turn number 4. Kyle Burke will come around to lead lap number 2. Daly, big run on the outside. T-Roy keeps the 2nd spot at the flag stand. Daly hanging on to that number 2 position as Ben Schaller back there in position number 4. Al Humphrey now gives up the 5th spot to Charlie McKenna. Charging Charlie. He'll take Todd Shute with him to the outside. Todd Shute in his Malvern Bank Series debut now up to the 6th spot. Al Humphrey continuing to work the low side through 3 and 4. He's got Tad Pospischal with him on the low side as the field comes past the front stretch. Into 1, Pospischal looking about to go 3 wide with Humphrey and Josh Krug. Pospischal backs out of it, and that allows Andrew Kaziski to close in. 4-car battle for position number 7 on the speedway. Meanwhile, Kyle Burke setting it on cruise control right now. Burke on the top shelf. The Aurora Cooperative Strobel Manufacturers, number 14, continuing to show the fast way around. Already half a straightaway over that battle for 2nd. Troy Daly hanging on to that 2nd spot. This would be a career best finish for the 44 if he continues to run where he is right now. The 44 machine out of Omaha, Nebraska, looking great tonight. Ben Schaller on the outside line, able to pick off Jeremy Grady. The Barracuda goes to 3rd, and here comes Charlie McKenna and Todd Shute. Early laps here at the Lakeside Speedway. Jeremy Grady continuing, trying to hold on to all the positions he can. Charlie McKenna, big run on the outside lane. Charging Charlie goes to 4th. Grady goes up before he can lose any more real estate. Todd Shute is right there, ready to take the 5th spot away. Todd Shute now looks to the low side. Grady's going to block him as they enter turn 1. Grady stays on the bottom. Shute will now drift up to the top shelf as the field storms around turn number 2. Trouble for Al Humphrey. The 6 machine drops into the infield. A tough break there. The first ever Malvern Bank Series champion from Giltner, Nebraska, drops out early. Kyle Kyle Burke continuing to show the fast way around. We've been clean and green so far. Troy Daly runs second. Ben Schaller is third. Charlie McKenna is fourth. Battle for fifth off of 2. Jeremy Grady, the power up the top, keeps him in fifth as Todd Shute continues to search. Shute will go to the top as they enter turn number 3. Andrew Koziski on the low side. Bill Layton Jr. is right there as well. Koziski and Layton going at it. Billy the Kid has the spot over AK at the line. That is for position number 7 on the Speedway, right behind Todd Shute. Caution on the Speedway. Caution is out. Corey Zeitner is down. So our first caution of the evening comes out. The 26 of Corey Zeitner comes to a slow and makes the hard-handed turn into the pit area. Up to speed as they come off of 4. Green flag, back in the air. Here we go. Troy Daly way up the track in turn number 4. That's going to allow Charlie McKenna and Ben Schaller to get by. Daly gets shuffled back to 5th, and he's going back even further. Bill Layton Jr. and Andrew Koziski able to sneak by him. Daly shuffled back to position number 7. Meanwhile, Kyle Burke right on the top shelf, right where he wants to be. The Aurora Cooperative Strobel Manufacturing Preferred Popcorn Missile Chassis. Car number 14 looking strong here at Lakeside Speedway. Ben Schaller now up to that number 2 position. Great run for Bill Layton Jr. Bill Layton now up to the 3rd spot as they enter turn number 3. Charlie McKenna runs 4. Troy Daly now back into the top 5. He's able to snake his way back around Jeremy Grady. Jason O'Brien now looking to the outside of Grady. That's for position number 6. They're 2 by 2 by 2. From positions about 6th through 11th. And the O-Show will take the 6th spot from Grady down the back straightaway. They go, and now battle for 2nd coming off of 4. Bill Layton Jr. took a look inside of Ben Schaller. Schaller said no to it off of 4, and Billy the Kid loses valuable ground on the 98. Kyle Burke continues to show the way with Ben Schaller running 2nd. Bill Layton Jr. runs 3rd. Charlie McKenna 4th. Troy Daly, your top 5. Jason O'Brien runs 6th. Andrew Koziski is 7th. Justin Kai working his way up to the 8th spot. Josh Krug is 9th. And Jeremy Grady rounding out your top 10. Great battle back there for the 11th spot is now Tad Pospischel. Big run on the outside. He picks off Grady for 10th. 3 wide for the 11th spot as they go into 1. Matt Buller, Jeremy Grady, and Shad Batter. Buller will have the beneficiary off the bottom. This time around, we are halfway done. 13 laps down, 12 laps to go. Kyle Burke, he has led every lap so far here at the Lakeside Speedway, looking for another dominating performance. Oh, we got trouble in turn number 4. Troy Daly is off the pace. Daly comes to a stop at the top of turn 4. Caution is out again. And what was going to be possibly a career day for Troy Daly comes to an end there. With 12 laps to go, Troy Daly coming to a stop. Off of 4, we go back to racing action here at the River's Edge at Lakeside Speedway. And now Schaller with the bad start. Schaller slips up. That's going to allow 3 cars to get underneath them. 3 wide for the 2nd spot off of 2. Give it to Layton. Jason O'Brien and Charlie McKenna side by side as they go into 3. O'Brien on the bottom, McKenna up top. Give it to the O-Show as they exit turn number 4. Kyle Burke with the lead. Bill Layton Jr. chasing him down. 11 to go here at Kansas City. Bill Layton Jr. coming to life here late as Jason O'Brien now in that 3rd spot. Here comes Justin Kai. Justin Kai now cracks the top 5 and he goes to 4th around Charlie McKenna. Ben Schaller starting to fade. This is going to hurt him in the point standings if he drops any further. Schaller all the way back to position number 6, almost about to lose it to Tad Pospischel. He will lose it off of 2. Pospischel shuffles Schaller back to 7th. Now Justin Kai setting his sights on the 15 of Jason O'Brien. Looks like a little puff of smoke from the 24 machine of Bill Layton Jr. Layton running in that 2nd position as they run right now. Kyle Burke continuing to show the way here. And now the battle of the 15s for the 3rd spot. Jason O'Brien to the top. Justin Kai to the bottom. Off of 4, give it to the O-Show. O'Brien hangs on to 3rd, but now Bill Layton Jr. continuing to reel in Kyle Burke. Burke was strong on the exit of 2. Layton's going to have some work to do as they go through 3 and 4 this time. Layton to the top first. Burke will slide up there off of 4 this time. Can Kyle Burke hang on, or can Billy the Kid run him down? The gap is narrowing. Here comes Layton. Layton continuing to make steady progress on the 14, cutting that lead ever so slightly as they go into 3 and 4 this time. Burke continues to show the fast way around. Bill Layton Jr. runs in that second spot. Jason O'Brien runs third. Justin Kai is fourth. Charlie McKenna running in position number 5. Tad Pospisil running in 6th. 7th is Ben Schaller. Josh Krug is 8th. Andrew Koziski 9th. And Matt Buller, your top 10 for the time being. Kyle Burke continuing to show the way. Only 5 laps to go here at Lakeside Speedway. Lap traffic now going to become reality as Kyle Burke puts the 45 of Dan Battaglia a lap down. Next car in line will be the 2A of Mike Wallace. This time around will only be 4 laps to go at the flag stand. Kyle Burke has led every lap so far. 21 in the books. 4 to go here in Kansas City. Bill Layton Jr. continuing to ride that top shelf, and now he's losing ground on the 14 of Burke. And now Justin Kai off of the bottom of 2. Kai moves into 3rd momentarily. Here comes O'Brien back to the inside. Lap car, Battaglia is down on the bottom. That's where Kai is. Kai sneaks his way. Contact! Justin Kai makes contact with Dan Battaglia. He'll lose the spot to Jason O'Brien, but we keep going. What a move by Justin Kai. Great save. Amazingly, the tire did not pop. This time around, Kyle Burke will get the 2 to go signal from starter Larry White. Gabe Lumbarger is going to be the next car to go a lap down to Kyle Burke. Bill Layton Jr. and Jason O'Brien working the top shelf to their liking. Justin Kai, another lap car right in front of him. And O'Brien able to keep the 3rd spot down the back straightaway. This time around, Kyle Burke will see the white flag. 4/10 of a mile to go for the Marquette Missile. Bill Layton Jr., I believe he's going to run out of time here unless something happens. Down the back straightaway and into turn number 3. For the final time tonight, he'll drop to the low side. How about it? His 4th win of the season, win number 80 of his career. Kyle Burke will win at Lakeside Speedway. Bill Layton Jr. will cross in the 2nd spot. 3rd goes to Jason O'Brien. Justin Kai is 4th. And Charlie McKenna rounds out the top 5. Ben Schaller is 6th, Josh Krug 7th, Tad Pospisil 8th, Matt Buller 9th, and Andrew Koziski rounds out your top 10. Mic check, 1, 2, there we go. He's out of the car, race fans, let him hear you. Kyle Burke. Well, Kyle, outside row number 2, that didn't matter to you. You took the lead on the opening lap and never looked back there. Take us through that one.
Well, this place has been good to me over the years, but she was a tough one tonight. That high groove was really wide out there, and I knew if anybody was good on the bottom, they'd have opportunity. And I expected Ben to be better on the bottom, but my sister told me Bill Layton and his new car and Scott Bailey motor was putting her to me, so I was stressing out at the end, that's for sure. I was really glad to see that checkered flag.
Well, take us through those closing laps. Bill Layton was closing in on you, but then about 3 laps to go, he was losing valuable ground on you. But when a driver is coming up on you like that, what is going through your mind?
Well, it certainly raises the adrenaline. If you got a good lead and somebody's signaling you, you can calm down, hit your marks, and you just don't make mistakes. When the pressure's on, the human error starts coming back into the factor. And I got a big push down here in 1 and 2 on the top side, had to smack the brakes, and then the next lap she signaled that he closed in. I was like, can't do that. And so I was getting ready to really search around on the racetrack. But I seen that white flag, and I was like, okay, let's not do anything stupid.
Well, definitely, of course, Kyle Burke now 80 feature wins with the Malvern Banks Super Late Model Series. And a little statistic to think about, I believe Bill Layton Jr. and Tad Pospisil, they're battling it out for 2nd on the all-time win list. Neither one of them has hit 20. If that's a little something to think about, how does it feel to rattle off win number 80 and 3 in a row now?
Well, first thing that comes to my mind is age. I've been doing it longer than them, and we've been blessed with some really good cars and good motors and a hard-working crew. And my family, they put up with so much, and I'm picky, and we work hard at it, but we all enjoy success. And once you've had success, second place just doesn't work. So we were very determined earlier in the year to get this car turned around, and so far so good.
Well, definitely. Let's quickly thank some people that help you get the number 14 up and down the road, and you got a great support group behind you.
Well, it takes sponsorship and it takes support at every level to do it at this level. And, the Missile chassis is working excellent, and the Scott Bailey motor, obviously, it speaks for itself. And, Aurora Agronomy has been with us a long time and just a great supporter of the team. And Strobel Manufacturing and Gaylord Stevens, Buffalo Hunts and Meats. And, there's a lot of sponsors, Herc's Irrigation and Welding. We put together so many companies, product sponsorship-wise, I won't list them all, to help put us in good parts to put us to the checkered flag here at the end.
Well, tomorrow night we head over to another track that you found a lot of good fortune at. We head over to the big half mile over at the Adams County Fairgrounds in Corning. What is it going to be like there getting this car turned back around and headed for Corning tomorrow?
Well, my first thought is if Bill gets any better in his new car, we're in trouble, all of us. But outside of that, yeah, we're very comfortable, very confident going there. We're on a win streak. The car feels great. I'm not messing with stuff. Everybody's telling me to leave it alone. Somewhere along the way that will catch up with us, but for now, we're going to not tinker on it. We're just going to maintenance and do it again.
Well, going into tonight, we've had 3 Malvern Bank Series shows. You had not yet to win one out here. Check another track off the win list. Congratulations.
Thank you very much, and thanks for everybody coming out. What a night.
Race fans, your winner here at the Lakeside Speedway from Marquette, Nebraska. Car number 14, let him hear you one more time, Kyle Burke. Hey, Sam, we'll